All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more race to go. Glen Helen. Let's run down the points and figure out what we got going on here. So, David, what class you want to start with?
Yeah, we'll start in the side-by-side classes. So we'll start with some pro stock side-by-side. I was just going to hit on, though. One, like you said, one race less left. Glen Helen. New fear unlocked, though.
Yes, I just told you about Dylan Parsons' experience.
Yeah. So if you're going, watch out for the rattlers because apparently they're around, which, makes sense where it is. Like, it would make sense, but didn't cross my mind until now.
Yeah, it's something that the Midwest people, you don't really think about. A deadly snake just randomly corralling underneath your vehicle to catch some warm heat.
Yeah. Hopefully I don't see one. Anyways, let's get to those pro stock side-by-sides and talking about the, deadly results so far. Owen Van Eperen basically has this locked down.
Yeah, he from my calculations, he doesn't even need to calculate or grab any points at this round to have the championship won, and it's all wrapped up pretty much for him.
Yeah, so Owen Van Eperen, 676. He has a commanding 146-point lead over second place Jed Boodle, and third is CJ Greaves at 525. So really here we're kind of looking at the competition for second in points. Really between Jed Boodle, CJ Greaves, and David Gay. Amongst them, they're separated by 7 points. Jed Boodle 530, CJ 525, David Gay 523. So really, you're looking at the battle of the Polaris for the second. Yamaha all but has it locked up based off our calculations. So it's really down to the 3 Polarises for second place.
Yeah, and I think that same conversation probably strings into pro side-by-side as well. Really, it seems like there's a top 3 game up there. I don't think there's much opportunity for the 4th place, 5th place to at least clinch a championship. Obviously, there's room for movement there.
Yeah, I think this one, there is at least a shot. Owen Van Eperen is at 620. He's got the 39-point lead over Jeb Boodle. So you're really looking at, Jeb Boodle once again is in that mix for second. He does have the outside chance, with Owen Van Eperen if he can run him down in the last 2 rounds. Then Rodney Van Eperen is in third at 544, so just shy of 100 points down. That's a little tougher to make up than Jeb Boodle's. I wouldn't say that this one's all but wrapped up, but it will definitely take, some pretty rough performances from Owen Van Eperen and then great results from Jeb Boodle to close that points gap.
Yeah. A class that's got a little bit more closer points as far as at least second and third. Pro Buggy. I mean, they're separated by 3 points. Jordan Bernlohr and Billy Booth.
Yeah, and even if you're looking at first to second, that's a 28-point gap. So Chandon Minder is up on top with 587, Jordan Bernlohr 559, and then Billy Booth 556. So you would assume all of them are in the points hunt. All of them are probably going to make their way out there. I haven't got confirmation of all that. Obviously, Minder being out from California, you would all but assure he's out there. You would assume the point runners are going to be out there, but I haven't confirmed that. But all 3 of them definitely have a shot at the points.
Yeah. The way I did my math, if we calculate it based off of 20 entries, which has been kind of the meat of the class, and I don't know if we'll gain a few, and I think we'll drop a few. So I think 20 is a safe bet. So at 20, you get a minimum of 11 points just for taking the green flag. And you got a possibility of maximum points of 57. And that's if you're top qualifier, halfway leader, and the winner. So at a guy's best day compared to a guy's worst day, you're looking at 46-point gap.
Oh yeah, then that's definitely doable. If that's 40 some 6 points between your best day and worst day, 28 points is an easy gap to close, barring something happening.
So then my math based off that, I put that times that by 2 because 2 rounds. So you come up to 92 points. If you're any more than 92 points away from the leader right now, it's unfortunately mathematically game over. So
And that would be Mark Steinhardt in fourth, Schwabe, and Tony Keepers, the three Wisconsin drivers. Following up, it goes California, Minnesota, Minnesota, three Wisconsin drivers. We'll see. They might not make the trip.
yeah, and that'll be something to watch for. Unfortunately, yeah, Steinhardt's only 97 points behind the leaders, so very close to the possibilities there. But I still think it's worth going out there and grabbing a third or a second or
Yeah, I definitely think it's still worth going.
maintaining your fourth because
I still think it's worth going out there because you're basing it off of 20 car count, right?
yeah, that's based off a 20 car count.
Who knows? It's in California. Buggies might come out of the boneyard of the deserts to race. You don't know. There's a lot of buggies out that way, so you don't know who's going to show up out there.
Yep, yeah. So obviously, for those that don't know how the math kind of goes, the more entries there is, the more of a gap there's going to be. So more of a gap means that if somebody has a bad day, it's more highly impactful. Classes like Pro 4 that have like smaller classes, bad days are still bad days, but they don't calculate up to a massive points in that aspect. So,
And I'll just caution all those people that are pulling their buggies out of the desert. Probably want to run through them and check for snakes first.
so another one that is close class is Pro Spec. We have Chris Vandenhausen, 626, and Wyatt Miller at 625. So we're talking 1 point. And then the crazy part about that is basing that off of 12 entries. That's a 27-point minimum for taking the green flag. That gives you, again, 57 points, top qualifier, midway point, winner. Gives you a maximum gap based off of 12 entries would be 30 points. So third place is mathematically out of the mix, anything over 60. So this is a dogfight down to the end, and it's close for the two dogs in the fight.
And we know for a fact VDE will be out there where, Wyatt will be out there. Even third place, Dylan Parsons, we obviously just talked about his awesome experience so far in the desert. So, he'll be out there as well. We'll see. I think it's less likely that there's more prospects that are going to come out of the woodworks for this one.
Yeah, I personally don't know of any that are going to be added to the scene.
I don't even think it would be. There wasn't even really a class, like a pro spec class that ran out there. So I don't even think there would be trucks prepared to run a pro spec.
No, there's no trucks that were like waiting for years ago because this is a class that's fairly new yet. We're on our third year, so you're not going to find ones that are parked in a barn. You might find somebody that is preparing for next year and is saying, hey, let's get our feet wet in this one. Although in that logic, I wouldn't recommend that, but
yeah, that'd be quite the haul just to get your feet wet.
Yeah, but
never know.
Yep. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, Chris Vandenhausen, he's certainly out there. He's already out there practicing. Seen that on his Instagram. Dylan Parsons, as we mentioned, is out there practicing, and now he's at his sand sports show is leading up to the race. So participating in some promo stuff there for Liquid Molly. I think a lot of guys are taking that opportunity to go to some of the shows. And then there's Off-Road
Visit
Expo.
some of their sponsors and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, and then the Off-Road Expo is the week after the race. So, again, two great opportunities to kind of link some trips together.
Yeah, definitely. From what I've been hearing, it's going to be mixed how it was going to be perceived out there. But it's, there's a lot of excitement built up for short course to be back out in California and at this scale. So I think there's a lot of pent up demand for this over there, and I think it's going to be a better turnout than people expected.
Yeah, I would agree. I know both of us will be out there. So,
Flipping to Pro Light,
yeah, Pro Light.
Johnny Holter up on top with 669. Connor Berry in second with 617. Matt Wood 570. So where's your points here?
So, based on the math, I'm not going through it again, but if you're over 72 points, it's mathematically game over.
So top two.
Unless we get some astronomical number of entries aside from 15.
I guess maybe Pro Light. There could have been some, right? I don't even know that's the tough thing. You don't even know what's out there anymore.
Yeah, I don't assume that. I think that what we lose is what we'll gain. I think we'll be, if I had to put a bet on it, we'll be at probably 12.
Yeah, I mean, there was
13.
15 Pro Lights that got points throughout the season.
Yeah. And, I mean, considering the points, third to second is quite a big number.
Yeah.
Actually, even first to second's a big number. And, again, third to fourth is a big number. So we're talking 45 points from fourth to third.
52 from second to first.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was a class that the points were, not all clustered together.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely Johnny Holter has, seemingly pulled away with that one. Yeah, so flipping it off of Pro Light, this is going to be one of the exciting classes to watch. It is Pro 2. So Keegan Kincaid, 626, Ryan Beat, 582, Kyle Gariz, 560, and then Ricky G, 546, and then Johnny Holter in fifth at 538.
Yeah, and I assume all of those guys are going to go. I mean, I pretty much have confirmation. Yeah, there's pretty much confirmation all the way across that board there. So the way I look at it, Ryan Beat has to finish 22 collective positions ahead of Keegan in the 2 rounds. So quite a task above him.
Does that basically mean Kyle Greaves is eliminated, or is there an outside chance?
So my cutoff point is, because this is basing it off 17 entries, so your maximum gap is 40 points. Times that by 2, you have 80 point separation. So even Ricky G has a mathematical shot at this. But the problem is, for Ricky G to make that happen, because he's literally at the 80 points,
He would have to win, and
it would have to be a complete invert. That Keegan would have to be last, Ryan Beat would have to be second to last, Kyle Grizz would have to be third to last.
yeah.
So, man,
You can't never say never,
Yeah.
but that's getting to almost statistically impossible equations there.
Yeah, I mean, unless you got a rattlesnake crawling around the pits,
Yeah.
taking fuel lines out or something.
Something. I don't know.
That's not how anybody wants to win, so I'm sure that's not going to be the chance.
Yeah.
But it's still mathematically possible. I couldn't put the line above them because it's mathematically possible.
This is one of those sneaky classes, though, that there could be a pro truck laying around that gets brought out.
Yeah, I left it at 17 entries,
Which
because there was
19 took points throughout the season.
Yeah, but we know Deegan's not coming back. We know Mad Mike isn't coming back.
So that's 17 right there.
There might be a fill-in for another. There's been hints of another celebrity driver. Not really sure
But
on what classes, what trucks, what team or all that. It's all kind of
obviously referencing Champ Off-Road posted that there is a Supercross factory team driver potentially driving something. Don't know all the details, don't know who it is yet, but that definitely, could keep the class count where you think it is at 17. I can't imagine much more than 20. Like, I feel like if there's 20, I'd be shocked.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think we'll be at 17 or less.
Yeah.
If I had to put my bet on it.
I wouldn't bet against that.
Yeah, and then so 11 positions separates Kyle and Ryan. So that's probably where we're gonna see our biggest race. That, and then Ricky G in competition with Kyle and Ryan, and then Johnny Holcher has a strong possibility to get into a third position, a fourth position for points, if having some good finishes there. Because he's only 8 points behind Ricky G.
Yeah, it's you look at that and you go to like sixth place in Jacob Rosales and how strong he came on at the end of the season. Like, even though, him figuring it out at the end of the season, I expect him fully to be, mixing it up and being somebody that's going to mix up the top points here. But just crazy to see, like, even if you have a bad start to the season, figure it out at the end. It's with how good like Keegan Kincaid ran the whole year, makes it really tough to chase the top down.
Yeah, and I guess, you could kind of put in some of the math here, and even if there was an incident where Keegan Kincaid finishes the first race and then has an incident on the second race, I think there's strong possibility that as long as he's not completely last on that second race, that it's pretty much wrapped up if he gets first on the first race.
Yeah, I was going to say if he podiums first race, it makes everybody else, depending where they finish, that much tougher.
Yeah, so I think we maybe have another. We're going to be having a lot of discussions about points after that first race in this class.
Yep.
Not so much the other classes, but after this class has still got plenty of people that are in the game.
Yeah. So flipping to Pro 4, you're going to be running CJ Greaves with 668. Behind him is Jimmy Henderson with 599, and then third is Johnny Greaves at 561. Adrian Cheney, the Wild Man, 545 in fourth, and then in fifth is Mickey Thomas with 520. Where's your line on this one?
So this is a great example on how I was talking about how smaller classes affect the points range. So now we're looking at 48 points is the maximum points you can be behind the leader. That's where the cutoff line is. So
CJ has it.
CJ has it.
Yeah.
But he has to start. That's basing points off of that you start both races. So he has to start both races.
Got it.
Or, here's the other way I kind of figured it out. He doesn't have to race both races as long as he finishes 7 to 11 spots ahead of Jimmy Henderson, depending on the top qualifier points and the halfway points.
What is the max points you get? I'd have to flip here.
Max is 57.
So, okay. So 114. Yeah. So definitely has to start.
Yep. So all the math is based off of having to start, because you get 31 points just for taking the green.
Got it.
But if you don't take the green, you lose 31 points. That's massive.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if he starts both races, he has the win. If he finishes the first race 7 to 11 spots of Henderson, he has the win. I only have to put that range in there because it depends on top qualifier and halfway point.
There was 11 trucks that took points.
And this is basing off of 10 trucks.
Just looking, a lot of California, I would expect there'll be probably 11.
Okay.
Unless someone's not running it.
Is that a taco bet?
No, I'm not taking that. There is a real possibility one person doesn't run, so.
Yeah, but there's a possibility one person comes that hasn't ran yet.
True, I'm not taking that bet.
Okay.
It's a Pro 4 class. Let's be real here. If they get 11, we'll be happy.
Okay. So, regarding the points in the second to fourth, what are your thoughts on the predictions of who moves around in that pool?
So 38 separates Jimmy Henderson and Johnny Graves, if my math is correct here. 16 between Wildman and Johnny. Yeah, points stay about the same. I don't think there's much movement. Unless someone doesn't race. Then obviously that changes the whole paradigm.
Yes, not confirmed, not speaking for them, but I believe Johnny Greaves is not running. So we might see some movement in that Adrian Cheney.
That was the one driver I wasn't positive of. That's why I was not taking said bet.
Yeah. I was trying to earn my burger back, man.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, obviously that changes it. He'll be knocked out of the top 3 in points. As long as, Wildman's there. Even really, if he doesn't take that, he could drop all the way to 6th if everybody takes the flag.
Yeah. And again, not confirmed. Yeah. Not speaking for them, but I believe that was what the information is that I gathered from Instagram. So, yeah, there's our points.
So he's out fishing. Got it.
I think he'll be there. I don't know if they're. I think it makes a difference of having to haul a larger load out there. You can utilize a truck and a trailer instead of a semi and a trailer. It makes some sense when you're thinking about all the logistics.
Makes sense.
But who knows? Maybe we get there and we see the semi and 2 trucks and UTVs and
who knows?
The whole 9 yards.
Yeah, either way, man, what a race season. It's been a heck of a summer. It's been enjoyable, a lot of good times. And, it's always tough, like the end of the race season. Like, it's the end of summer. We're coming up on the last race of the year. This is a lot later than we're used to. So it'll be fun. I'm excited to get out there. I'm excited to watch racing again and I'm psyched to see a new track.
Yeah. A new track is always exciting to see or experience, or however you're going about it. But it's going to be fun. Hopefully the weather is
no rain,
warm and wet.
Nope, I already looked. No rain.
Yeah, that can change. Weathermen are paid to be wrong.
Where do rattlesnakes normally? Where are they located?
Yep, in the heat.
In the desert, yeah.
Yeah.
What's normally not in the desert?
Yep.
Rain. So I am feeling confident about my burger bet.
Yeah, you can enjoy the burger, but if it rains, that burger is going to taste twice as good.
Sounds good. We will make sure we get it in the rain, and you can have a soggy burger.
Alrighty. Well, if you're listening to this before the season is over with, hit down in the comments if you agree or disagree with some of our choices and analyzing of data there. Or if you have another take on who do you think is going to win one or the other championships for especially something like Pro Spec and Pro 2. Let's get that conversation going. Till next time, we'll see you after Glen Helen.
Yep. See you guys.